Hello again, Doc on the clock with more Mega Man Revolution. We picked up the energy converter and got an achievement. We got everything in the shop that we can possibly buy. Yes, that means we also have to have max, tanks, and lives. So I waver a little bit here because I'm not really sure which is more east. I've been going east to west, or west to east, but I'm kind of stymied here because I don't know which one qualifies as being more to the west than the other. Because apparently, to me, they appear to be pretty much right above each other. Eventually I decided to go to Pyre Man, which I probably should have gone the other way first because Sandman's weapon is actually Pyre Man's weakness, but it doesn't really matter all that much. Things still go pretty well. So, of course, Pyre Man is the obligatory fire-themed stage. I think there's very few Mega Man games that don't have some sort of fire-themed Robot Master. Also, Wild Sprint. It's basically Burst Chaser, except with doing damage. Yes, we get to run twice as fast, at least it looks like twice as fast, and really enjoy invulnerability to pretty much everything. Well, everything that isn't instant death, anyway. So you see a letter down there. It's an A. It's an A that we aren't getting for a while. We need a certain utility to get that. Can you guess which one it is? Yeah. Yes, you guessed correctly. It's Rush Jet. However, we don't get Rush Jet in this stage. We get it in Sandman's stage. So, it'll be a return trip. So, here in this part, we have kind of a maze with a lot of mats. They're kind of irritating mats too. They shoot fireballs at you, and they are especially hard to trigger. They like to make your life very difficult. However, we can beat them without too much trouble, I think. And see, you have to get really up close to them to get them to wake up, and then that leaves you vulnerable to their shots. Also, they're really good about staying asleep when they're in danger. And I haven't even talked about the fire traps yet. Fire traps are fire traps. They do damage if you touch them. Yeah, that's about all there is to say about them. I did a pretty good job of not taking too many hits from them. The mats, on the other hand, they are always problematic. A nice bit of running helps every now and then. So far the stage seems pretty basic, but don't worry, there will be some more unusual parts coming eventually. This part is not so unusual. It's basically homage to Heat Man with larger platforms and explosive tellies. Yes, the tellies explode. That's kind of a problem, I think. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. I was trying to go back for some reason, but it wasn't whatever the reason was, I don't remember what it was, and it wasn't a good idea. I was really being silly there. Sometimes I don't know what I'm thinking. Also, those tellies start moving really fast if you leave them alone. So kind of shoot them before they start endlessly chasing you. And down we go. And I have a hard time keeping up with my commentary because the movie keeps hanging for a moment. But here we have to go left, which irritates me. Left is the wrong direction. That's why I was going from left to right in the map screen, because the right direction is right. Come on. I like the background here. This is, it's pretty cool. It makes you feel like, it gives you a real sense of size. Like, look at that background. There's so much going on there. And lava falls. Lava falls that we thankfully don't have to deal with. Those grabber guys, though, we'll have to deal with them more quite a bit in the coming moments here. Also, I kind of took a right direction by not going the direction of progress. And for going such a way, we get beat. Beat is super quick and he homes in on his enemies like nobody's business. Now we come to probably my favorite section of this stage. Well, it's coming in just a moment because I'm going to miss this jump. We are on a time limit. It has gotten super hot. We need to cool down. So by staying in those inside those chambers there, we are able to cool down and avoid death. Of course, they don't make it easy because those guys are around. But I really like this because it forces you to rush, but it puts plenty of obstacles in front of you. And yes, that section is longer if you go the intended direction. Okay, now this screen. I have some struggles with this screen. I fail to understand exactly what I'm supposed to do here. For a little bit. So, I die a few times. Yeah, pausing does not preserve your invincibility. And brush coil does not get you over far. Waiting around also not good. What you have to do, which I shall show off in this after the jump sequence, is you have to let them actually pick you up and carry you, and then fall, and then use your momentum to fall onto a platform. So really, things go under your own power, but you have to be kind of quick about it, because if they blow up, they kind of just destroy you. And sometimes you're going to have to hop from critter to critter here. Once you figure that out, things are pretty straightforward. And so, we have reached Pyre Man. Now, I don't have his weakness, but Acid Bubble actually works pretty well if you don't have the sand weapon. Pyre Man himself is fairly challenging. His weapon kind of seeks in on you, and he does a lot of moving around that makes him harder to hit. Fortunately, I'm not running low on my weapon because whenever he does damage, that energy converter gives me some weapon energy back. And see, that wasn't too bad overall. I feel like he'd be a bit more difficult with the Buster. But that is that. For defeating him, we get the Flame Seeker, a weapon that was kind of semi-homing in on us. I mean, the main projectile wasn't, but it split apart right at our position. And that is what our weapon does. So, we get to enjoy that and beat. So that is all from me for now. Until next time, this is Doc. I'll see you later.